Hello everybody, and very warm welcome to this video. In this video, it's going to be very different to our normal type of video. Typically in a video like this, we've been talking about what my everyday carry is going to be and what my stealth carry could be, and trying to look at what cool tech we've been using to kind of get our practice off the ground. But I've gone and done something. I did a thing. I purchased a brand new practice. For anyone who's been following me on the rest of the Ask the Accountant journey, you'll know that I've bought this brand new practice, and this practice is absolutely amazing. And I've really fell on my feet in terms of the clients and the team and everything else. And they are tech focused as well. They are firm of the future. So even though they're quite tech focused already, there was definitely room for improvement in terms of how I could add some technology to the proceedings. And that's what I want this video to be. So first of all, I want to show you what the whole place looked like. And I'm going to start with the top floor to begin with. And maybe if you guys are interested, drop a like below, put some comments in, and maybe we can do a whole series and go floor by floor by floor. But in this part of the purchasing of the practice, we got the building. And the top floor of the building is basically where we're going to work. And I wanted to make sure that this was a place where we could train people quickly, we could adapt, we could do board meetings, we could, use the space so that we could actually progress the business. And let me show you what that space looks like now. So this is the top floor that we're looking at now. Now we're not going to concentrate on this room too much today. Basically this room, the idea is that we want to put a podcast studio over in this area over here. And then we just need to make that area over there tidier. Get rid of kind of the bits. There's a really interesting kitchen in a cupboard over here, which I'm definitely interested to kind of make the most of, going through from there. Now, let's see how the software works. Let's go into the main room. Right, okay, there's me, there's the wife, there's the puppy. But this is your typical room, right? Over here is a desk with dual screens, monitors, that sort of thing. Over the side over here, we have a space. Bear in mind as well, this is when we just moved in. So a lot of the furniture and stuff that was in this room originally has been taken away. And as you see, there's me talking to my wife, her working on probably confidential information. And maybe we move away from that there. There's the marketing manager enjoying himself. But yeah, if I kind of go back to here, you'll see this is like the desk before. This is kind of what it was at. Over here, so you've got a TV on the room. You've got some whiteboarding options there. You can see kind of how this room was, right? Basically, a blank canvas. I'm going to make the most of that blank canvas. And how am I going to make the most of the blank canvas? Well, by changing the blank canvas. So first of all, a lot of this painting and all that sort of stuff was done by the wife. So the great job of kind of making it more orange and everything else, but this is that same view that we've got on the screen there. And I want to take you with me to show you exactly what this particular view looks like. So let's go and have a look at what we've got. Okay, first of all then, where are we? We are now sat at my desk. We can give you a bit of a bird's eye point of view of what we've got here. So first of all, obviously there's the iPad that we've just been looking at. My MacBook Air sat there for doing the work in there. And then up here, we've got an iMac. Now, given the theme of this room, potentially looking at trying to get an orange one, potentially, but we'll see how it goes. What I do like about having the iMac here, though, is this can be set up, everything that we're about to talk about can be all connected to it, and everything looks great. Obviously, an orange water bottle. You can see we've got a very orange theme going on, as you can tell. It's a orange everywhere you look. Speaking of orange, I have these bad boys. So these are very orange focus headphones. So I thought they quite look the part. Got McLaren on them. Connect wirelessly to everything. They charge. I'm really impressed with just how versatile they are. So this is my desk, as you can see, nicely set up. Going through there, but I think this desk is even more impressive. So this is the wife's desk. So all this is still work in progress, but we have this funky little chair here, which I'm not sure I'm 100% with, but is designed to wobble for some reason. I don't know. We've got one of these desks that goes up and down, and you do all that sort of stuff, as you can kind of expect from here. It's got a new laptop on the way soon, but this monitor's cool, right? This monitor has full motion. So as you can see here, can change it all the way from there to there, can move to this place, move to that, can go vertical. Absolutely love that. For Wi-Fi, we've gone through this ubiquity element here. We'll do a whole video on why I love ubiquity and how that works. Obviously being orange, we have an orange AirPod, just so we can play some music. Creme de la creme, we have this Meg fridge sat up here. Nice little table, or whatever you call it, cabinet thing that was created over here. You've got your kettle, you've got your, well, whatever that is for doing, you know, thingy water. Right, enough of that. Let's talk about the cool tech, because that's why I thought this video would be interesting, because there are a few items in this office I think every office needs. First and foremost, everyone needs a good chair, right? So, oh, I feel like I've absolutely nailed it with this McLaren chair, as you can see. Very fancy. But look at this for technology, right? So this is the Insta360 Ink, something like that. Anyway, these are the cameras we've been using for a long time on the channel. In fact, our Ask the Accountant main content, so like the weekly show and all the other podcasts that we do from the studio, are ran by this little camera. And we love this little camera. It follows you around, it goes through and everything else. So it's one of the best webcams on the market. Now, where I'm sat at the moment is the boardroom. As you can see, I'm at my board table. And the idea of being at a board table is multiple people around. Now, I'm really into recording with consent, AI-driven notes at the moment, right? Johan has always gone on about how his Claude AI device is like one of his favorite ones. Let me show you what I mean. So this little device here, right? He goes on about telling people how good it is. And he's right. It's a brilliant, brilliant piece of kit. And the idea is that you have this nice little credit card type idea. And if you've got meetings and stuff, it can record the meeting for you and transcribe it for you and create some quality notes. He's already done content on it. I think this is an absolute game changer. Love, love, love it. But in a room like this, a small little device like this doesn't quite cut it. And yeah, you could put it in the middle or maybe pass it round, and there's options to do that. But that's where the Insta360 Wave comes in. It even opens up in a cool way as well. Ooh. The idea of this is that you can take this section of it, which basically is the microphone-y bit. You can have this as an array microphone, so it will capture the whole boardroom. But its little creme de la creme is that the camera that we absolutely love interacts with it as well. And then suddenly comes to life. And the cool thing is that as people are talking and going through from here, I can start maybe the record button. So it's recording it. But if I say I wanted to set up a meeting, right? And I wanted to start the meeting, if I want to record it, or maybe I want some other people to be in this meeting with me, then I can use this microphone here so that it can hear the whole room. And as a meeting, it then follows who's actually talking at any point in time. And what that means is that as someone talks and maybe moves over here, then it moves to follow that person. So I've got the meeting up on the screen here. Hello, 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 hello. It's hearing everything I say because it's an array microphone, so it can see everything. And also this little camera will move around and follow that person. How cool is that? So this has been an absolute game changer for us to record our meetings. Maybe we've got someone remote in where the rest of the team's here and we're all sat around this room and we're all talking to one another. And there's that one person who can't make it, so they're, not being able to make it. Well, this sits in the middle. It can capture and make sure the person who's listening can hear everything we have to say, which is obviously very, very important, so they can feel like they're involved in the meeting. And also this little camera will track to whoever's talking at that point in time and capture them on the screen at the same time. So your meeting notes become absolutely crystal clear, but at the same time, you're having the opportunity to have a little bit more dynamic because this thing captures it as well. We've had technology like this for a while, but this, to me, is the first time it's been a more consumer-friendly, right? We're not having to buy, big corporate solutions that we've had that you have to put into the thing. This, you can take anywhere. And actually, it's got its own power bank as well, so you could actually unplug it. You don't have to have this this thing. You can have it wireless, you can have it taken around with you. You could, at a push, use this as like a podcast setup as well, where you have this in the middle and the camera can go between them. It knows who's talking, it puts the camera in front of that person, puts them on the screen, and just makes meetings far, far more dynamic going forward. Absolutely love it. Final bit that I want to show you though is this bad boy. So this here might be my favorite screen of all time. This is the LG Swing, I want to call it. And the idea is it moves around, right? So I can move this around, do whatever I need to do with it. But it has a real good trick up its sleeve. You can connect any kind of device to it. I've just got my little PC connected to it at the moment. And it's touchscreen. So I can kind of have this wheeled into wherever I need to have it. But look how flexible and movable it is. You just move it around wherever you need it to be. It goes up, goes down. You can move it to the side, you can put it vertical, you can move it in. And you can even have it like as this sort of command station as I'm now going through. And I'm using it as I was like flying a ship or something. I can go in and I can think about, oh, let's go into some case studies. And if I was to review a job, this is probably the best way to review a job there's ever been, right? I am literally touching the screen as I jump in and head into some work papers, for example. If I was reviewing this set of work papers, I'm literally now in there. I am ticking the boxes as I go along. I'm clicking into the items. I'm interacting with what's in front of me, right? And this can be put at any space and any point, anything. I move it around, I can put it to there. And what we use this for is if we're presenting something or talking about something, having it right here, having people be able to actually go in and interact with it. If I want to teach someone that, right, for me to go in here, I want to go to this thing and this is what I'm working with. I have that interaction with it, right? I'm working directly with what it is. If I'm trying to explain something to them, I can move this right up and we can be working on the same thing at the same time. I love this monitor. I think it completely changed the way that I've been interacting with people in a physical environment, right? Actually being able to bring this up to them, wheel it up, being able to have this there and going through and having that opportunity for them to be involved in it. And it can go to any level, any size, anything else. And you just have the opportunity to just go in, touch screen it, move it around. I love this monitor. And there we have it. There are the technical bits that I've brought to the table for our new practice. Now that's not all we've got a lot more, a whole IT infrastructure we could look at. We've got all sorts of items. I want to show you the cool items that I think in this area here, in this environment, I think are the coolest bits of kit that we've been able to bring to the table. But what do you think? And do you want any more of this sort of content? Are we going down the right path here? Like Ask the Accountant is always supposed to be about trying to help practices grow, right? And help practices go forward. And we will definitely go back to doing more hands-on with software and going deep into software. We can see that, right? There's an opportunity to bring that in. But sometimes I just like showing off the cool tech that we got. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if that's the sort of content you want from this channel, or if you think that there's any hardware out there that I should be looking at, right? Is there anything else? And if you do want more of this, then the floor below is going to be all about our team and how we help the accountants with their networking and the software and hardware they use, and more than happy to kind of show that. And then the floor below that is our reception area and our main office meeting room area. And we got some cool tech in there that kind of helps us showcase some of the services we're doing, like EPOS and everything else. Love to show that. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you put some comments, likes, all that sort of stuff to give us that interaction to know that it's good to go. But that was it. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this has been worthwhile for you, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.